Yo, what's happening, everybody? Good to see you all. Cheers. Ah, it's very confusing. I was used to be over here, then I was over there, and now I'm back over here. But I was kind of over here ish, but a lot of remodeling going on. If you haven't seen my latest video, you just got a little peek into the new digs. Jump into the chat over here. Tom F. First one. Does this work? It's probably referencing my latest video. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. Get that algorithm to throw it out there, share it, get the word out. We'll be discussing it tonight anyway, so you don't have to watch it. But it's only a 4-minute video anyway. So, Jeremy, I hope you're feeling better, brother. Always a pleasure to see you. Rob F in the house. What's up? Hopefully everything's sounding good too, because I literally have rewired everything. Not that it's cleanly wired, but it's rewired to its new positions. And probably, hopefully, unless I upgrade a desk someday, the last positions. Brant, good to see you. Actually, was in the middle of following up with part two of uh, your Floyd Rose video over there. So try to make that back as best as it could be. I was watching. I missed the series. I was watching the first one earlier today, and I just finished it and just jumped into part two. Chris, good to see you. Must have bullied YouTube into it. Yeah, I mean, definitely something was going on pretty crazy last week. Sorry about that. That probably just threw my mic up, so it was sagging down. Scrolling on true. An expensive one just shelled out $118 for a crown. Oh, see, that's why you should always go with the Zounds. You're like less likely to spend $118. Oh, where are you popping off, dude? My God. Might have to work on the volume on that one. Thank you so much. I don't know why the thing went down too quick, so I didn't get to read the whole message, but I'll get to it eventually. Burnt Relics in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Hope all's well. Ryan Hall's in the house. What's up, brother? Keith, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Hello, Dr. Nick. Greasy Monkey Guitars is in the house. Good to see you, Dave. Rah, what's up? There he is, Mr. Gaber himself. Good to see you, brother. Hey, Linda. Always a pleasure. And getting to our gifted memberships now. We have Juan K. Ramirez, Kazri, Lucius de Morte, or Luscious de Morte, Sparky Guitars, and Rune Loves Fish 3874. Oh, and then Roy chucked in some memberships too. That one that didn't come through. Just your super chat. Thank you so much. You get one of these. Uncle Dan's vintage vinyl. Leonard King. Hoffmaster B. R2, R3, Locky Nut. Dave Oliver. Chuck 1804. John McVicker 6728. Michelle Mason 6501. Exposing internet crimes and lies. That is all YouTube. And the real Amanda Coombs. Congratulations to all. Take a quick little swig before Brother Ubi in the house. Good to see you, my friend. There he is, TSA. Try to use the handle when I'm around electronics because don't want anything to spill. Hey, Timmy, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Absolutely, brother. It's right there. I would do that trade. You got to throw on something else though besides that D28. Hey, Michael Kraus, good to see you. There he is, Dave. You may want to consider Kofi. I finally get to you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's like a double edged sword. They take less, but then YouTube obviously, if you haven't seen the latest video, they want to get paid. So if they don't get paid, we don't get no tolls. They get no rolls. No worries, brother. Oh, never necessary. Just appreciate you all supporting, coming on in. There he is. Nice. What would you buy from? Oh, I don't. Oof. I don't even know. Definitely a glitch, which is on the list. Excuse me. Hey, Robert Cron, good to see you. Steve Gunner is in the house. Ah, cool. The old cross melding. The sound effects are kind of muffled. That sucks. Let's see.
Holy Santa Claus shit.
Was that better? Scroll on true. I'll get to that 5 minutes later. JR Technology, what's up? Good to see you. There he goes. Be looking for your exclusively EVH content. and and the eggplant drop. Hey, Brian Phelps, good to see you. Look at that. Nice. Definitely good choices. What the fuck? YouTube is messing shit up. Uh and the voice is okay, but the sound effects suck. I don't think anything changed on that end. Tried turning off whatever for reason the Apollo. Let's see.
Tummy likey. Tummy want wingy.
Oh, the volume is very low. That's usually not the case. Hey, Jim, good to see you. 2 yards in the house. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll have to mess around with it again. Maybe something happened with in the whole wiring of everything. Because on the meter here, I don't want to raise the voice because everybody else is good with the voice probably. So the voice, I'm just touching yellow sometimes. I don't know if they go after like specific channels. I don't know if they have like vendettas against channels like that, but we'll discuss today's video in a little bit since we didn't have a who's cares video. Volume is fine there for both effects and voice.
Tummy likey. Tummy want wingy.
Yeah, I don't know why they're so low. If my voice is low, everything I may have to make them go to 11. Well, here, let's try something here. If it's going through my mic and not going through, I'm gonna mute my mic. Can't hear me now, right? That didn't mute the mic. That's why. Because I got be in Reaper. Mute the mic. Now you can't hear me, right? Nothing. And
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
did you guys just hear Will Smith while I was not moving my mouth and not talking? I can't find the any key. Hey, Blue Box, good to see you. I gotta switch the.
I get talked about, man.
Hey, Jack Collins, good to see you. Still doing the introductions. Introductions and audio failures. Hey, Casey Lee. Glad you got that all sorted out. I hate when hackers get your shit. I don't have the. I'm the one that has the complex for the odd numbers. That's why I don't even show the goal or anything like that up here because I would have to super chat myself to fix messed up numbers. No worries, TSA. Appreciate you popping in. Volume might be YouTube. It's fine for you. Yeah, YouTube's punishing me because I called them out. Hey, Jimmy Biter, good to see you. Robert Paxton, I think I saw you before, but I might have skipped over you. So appreciate you coming in. Trying to get to the end. All right, cool. Got all the way to the bottom. Alrighty, so what is coming up on the channel? I have to edit and upload the new X wireless. And still have to edit and upload the uh, Jackson guitar, which is already gone because you all paid that thing off way too fast. That is loud. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'll have to. All this moving around probably screwed everything up. Have to run, excuse me, unlisted stream and fix everything. So I'll warn you before I do any future transitions or anything like that. So yeah, so the that um has to be uploaded. Then um let's see. I think that's it for what I have filmed. Obviously, I have a ton of stuff to video and do pedal wise. Guitar wise, we have something that we'll be unboxing tonight. We have the Schecter we have to do, and then we still have a whole bunch that we bought. So definitely have a lot of stuff coming up, but hopefully Saturday I'll be able to get the new X video up. I've had it for a while, so probably upset them. Probably won't get anything from them in the future because it took too long to upload that. And they've also seen like some other stuff that had come out, but some of the stuff was actually stuff I've had for a while. Some of it was paid promotion, so kind of bumps the freebie stuff. Um, yeah, and other than that, obviously too, the way that it's all set up is to eventually start maybe playing a little bit. Uh, and yeah, that's it. Jump back into the chat. So hopefully look for a video Saturday. Hey, Jupe, good to see you. Yeah, Timmy, hang in there, man. Must have missed a message, but hope you're doing well. Waiting for gear drives you nuts. Yeah, I hear you. No, I mean my mic is I mean I could boost it more. But my mic is on the interface, it is just about to where it is in the yellow. So I'll warn you, I'm gonna boost up the volume on the mic. So I'll try to talk solely, but it's going up now. So is that much louder? I don't want to bust anybody's eardrums, but how is that? Does it still need to go up? Everybody's going to be doing now this, changing their settings. So just repaired a new Guitar Center Jackson. What was the price range of it? Was it like 300, 400, or is it more expensive? Oh, dang. Sorry, man. Hey, Steve, Reeser, good to see you. That's pretty cool. Always handy, especially when doing the high gain stuffs. I like throwing a noise gate. Even if I'm using the Tonex VSTs, I'll use the Amplitude ES VST in front of it with a noise gate. Kind of have to keep them a secret, so I keep people on the cusp. But there's definitely one coming up this month, maybe two, possibly even three, depending on how videos go. Oh, you got the Legato pedal board. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they do some pretty good stuff. Sounds the same. That is a crock. I should have probably ran a stream before after moving everything. But you know what I did was I moved everything, wired everything up, and um, just did a live stream. So hey, Bob, good to see you. $500 Jackson. Wow. I mean the one that I got from uh Zounds was just over three, and it had stuff like it had the fret sprout. And this is like spoiling the video, but the back plate for where all the controls were, the plastic one was like wedged in there, and I didn't want to sand it down, but all you need to do is probably sand it down a little bit. Apologize to Dave. He's got all this work to do on a guitar, but um and the action was really low. Like if you wanted to or I mean the nut file, like the nut slot depth was really low. You really couldn't go much lower. Oh, that sucks. I don't think I can't turn the volume down now in those, but I can adjust the volumes of those. That might have to be changed because this whole routing rigmarole. Yeah, like I said, my mic is literally the on the audio interface. The input is literally just hitting yellow, and I'll try upping it again in Reaper, but Reaper test. Did I do anything? I mean, I hope I'm not blowing everybody else's ears out. I mean, I hear now an echo on my speakers because it's got louder for me, but that doesn't mean anything really. That didn't do anything. I don't know why that wouldn't change anything. Um, that is very odd. I'm gonna try leveling up the master. Hey, does that do anything? That's got to do something because I'm seeing the bars move up. Apologize if just blew everybody's ears out with that one. Test these 1, 2, 3. Later, Rob. I'm good to see you, man. Cheeto saying wearing AirPods. Wrong stream to get your balls out. Well, hopefully that's not blowing everybody's ears out right now. I'm showing on my levels on my end over here. It's pretty loud. So warning now. Drop the volume down because we got a transition coming in. This one I cannot throw it up in the air. Hui. Yeah. So I gotta say, with this one, the boxing on this one, I am not really all that impressed with. Um, and don't know where the knife is, so I'm gonna have to go to the old trusty scissors. Um, Actually, I'll give you a shot in the box first. It's like it doesn't feel like that there's any packing in the box to for the inner box. It's a little squishy like that. And this one is not my guitar. This could be one of yours. So I will definitely do a better job of boxing that back up. I don't even know if this is how they get it from Epiphone, double box like this. Probably not. I would guess it probably would be in its own box. It's inside here. What I have to imagine is a wedge box that is not taped open. Jesus. Huh. Sounds. You are letting me down. Yeah, there's literally K box in here, or whatever you call these ones that shape like a guitar. I have to move this out of the way here. The Epiphone box is not tape closed, and it looks like it probably shifted enough that. And I apologize for the sound. I should have muted the mic. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a pain in the ass to get out, but you can see the box here is bulging. It's bulging. Yeah, there's a little piece of paper on the bottom. The case candy was at the bottom of the box. Not too happy with the packaging on this one so far. Yeah, there's no way that this is going to be in. Wow, I'm surprised. Valuable, important accessories in box. Do not discard. I can tell you, I mean, the tuners are even like popping through the like the peg heads are popping through the plastic. That's how much this thing got shook around in there. Honestly, don't even know if I should keep it or risk it. Oy. Oy. I expected this thing to be lighter, but I guess since it's crafted by the same people that make a Les Paul, anything that is less than 10 pounds is better. There she is. That was some really chintzy. That I mean, that stuff is on Epiphone. The packaging, at least on the inner box. Fret sprout ain't terrible. I waited the 32 days to open it, so there's no finish cracks. But not bad. I mean, actually, I've always kind of wanted an SG, but was Thought they also kind of look like kind of thin and flimsy, and it's definitely not the case. Actually, has a thinner than like a Les Paul neck feel. Tuners ain't bad. Not like the Schecters, but this is also 314. The Schecter was 999. So yeah, and I'll have to take a look at it in the light later and see. But since it's not gonna be mine, it might not be something we keep. And obviously, I can't put that down like that because the neck, the break angle. So we'll put it back over here. But now I might need an SG just after touching it. It happens. You touch it too much, then you want to play with it. That's what she said. Try to scroll back up to where's cool. Think of where we are. And the tally from last week's so kindly contributions here. We have a Robert Cron times two, CD Nelson, the Ubi. We're $89 away from giving the Epiphone SG minus the whole YouTube cut. So that would be like 120 or something like that. So we're close after tonight, giving that one away. And I don't even have the video up of the one that we gave away already. So I got your laptop cranked. Can't listen because they're blown. Sorry. I apologize for the whole sound things. I don't know what I didn't change anything internally wise, but maybe YouTube is punishing me. Which actually we should do an internal poll too. So we can look at two polls. Here we go. My poll is up. Yeah, especially when you have the break angle of a anything that's Gibson inspired. You're dang right it is. Let's get 8 minutes back into the pot in the comments. So thank you, man. Yeah, no footprints. I mean, but the the insides, that's no. I mean, even I'm still gonna say something anyway, but I am trying to suck up to them so they will like allow me to borrow gear to demo. But the not even taping up the inside box is unacceptable. There you go. Nice. Yeah, I think see, I mean, definitely like the like the feel of it right off the bat. I feel like I got oh, let me know if I need to back anything down because seeing my voice is in the yellow all the time over here. So, um, but I don't think I would need a Gibson SG. I could probably go with a Gibson inspired, the Epiphone version of the SG. I I mean, just feeling it right now, the it feels a little different. So it feels less weightier, obviously, than Les Paul. It's thinner, but it does feel different in the lap compared to a Les Paul. So I could see maybe after playing it for a little bit, I might not be so keen on it. But I think that's what it is. Sometimes you get so used to playing with something. Um, that's what she said, and then you try something new. That's what she said, and it's better. That's not cool. Nobody trips 2 yards. There you go. The man has a very nice SG too from Texas Toast. Yeah, some of those colors are nice. Hey, Steve Munch, good to see you. Oh, thank you so much. The Buckethead Firefly, but it's got an LTD Phoenix, so I'll have to wait. Yeah, I've been trying to back off on the fire. Nothing against Firefly, but I think for now on, like Firefly wise, myself, I'm probably just gonna do as far as reviews and just in and out. Um, because running down on space. Also may try to like move up in degrees of guitars, like move on a Firefly Strat and get a better Strat of some sorts, which will answer some of his questions tonight too. So foreshadowing, another guitar Ed is probably going to win. He does have a horseshoe, I tell you. I need some of you all to start doing some sort of guitar giveaways too, so I can win shit. Because I used to be extremely lucky. Like anything that I did, um, my volunteer firehouse used to have like a 50-50 raffle every meeting, and obviously, 50% goes to the department, 50% goes to the winner. I would religiously get people that would hate on me because they would just look at me when they pull the number, and like they knew it was going to be me. Like I must like there's 150 members at throughout the 25 years that they're on and off. You have some people pass away, some people join, but you have at least 50, 70 people there. So some people would come up to me and be like, I've been a member for 50 years and haven't won. I said, you can't buy just one ticket, buy two. But, you know, sometimes I would fake them out. They wouldn't even be done saying the number. I'd be like, yes. And they're like, I'm gonna just kidding. But I did do the right thing. And sometimes I didn't enter. I'm like, tonight, everybody, you have a very good chance because I didn't enter. But other uh, like raffles and things like that. We would win. I actually, our department also did like a car giveaway. Like you buy tickets, and I ran it a couple of years too. You buy a Mustang and pay for it, and then when you paid it off, whatever proceeds went to the department. Well, one year My friend ran it, and we always pick somebody that's blind, like a kid from the audience. So it's like somebody that's not tied to the department, so it can't be anything like that. So they blindfold this girl, and this other person. Actually, she was like my technically like my third cousin, but sort of not really. Um, was helping her put her hand in, and it doesn't matter like how far you go in, or like where you go or anything like that. But the girl goes in, she pulls a ticket, and uh she's about to pull it out, and she says to her, "No, go deeper." I'm like, "What are you doing? That's pretty crazy." But I watched the girl drop the ticket, and I'm like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go see if that's anybody I know. I'm gonna go break their balls." So I kept my eye on that ticket. I never lost track of that ticket. I walked over to the end, and I'm like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me! That is my ticket." Thank you, sir, so much. I also won a Les Paul Studio from the Les Paul Forum uh, back in 2012. I think they did like some sort of raffle tickets for some sort of cause, and I won that. I won two. Well, I took the money to pay off some stuff here, but I won two guitars and raffles from Daily Guitar Draw, and so far back in the comments, if an SG is good enough for Derek trucks, it's good enough. I think they're the same break angle. So that is true. I mean, you should definitely have a guitar in your initials. I don't think there's anything that's BL. So scrolling through. Hey, Jade Guitars, good to see you. Hey, Ted, good to see you. Hope all's well with you. Yeah, it's always YouTube's fault. Nice. Yeah. Well, happy birthday. I'll have the happy. I gotta probably key that up for future. But right now, if I queued it up, it'd probably blast your ears out. So yeah, I mean, it could just totally just be me how I rewired everything. I don't know. Um, but I didn't touch anything routing wise. Oh, you know why? Hang on, folks. Let me drop it like it's hot. Drop that down. Test. So now we're going to spend 20 minutes now checking that out. So Someone let me know how the voice is on that. And of course, I'm 10 minutes behind, so. Yeah, and I've noticed that they have been asking for or seeing ads more for YouTube Premium. So it's kind of weird how they kind of coincided that. So and try apologize if I miss anything. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of the chat to see you guys. Hey, Tim the Tooth, good to see you. See what the sound sounds like. Yeah, it definitely does feel tiny, but I guess it feels different. We'll see how when I start actually playing it for a while, but definitely not going to play it tonight because with the sound issues, who knows what's tons of dog hair. I try to keep them out up here too, so that a lot of stuff doesn't get into 2K giveaway. We got to get you there, so maybe I'll win back the guitar that somehow made it back to you. I'm kidding. I'd have to be subscribed to win it. I don't think I won any things when I was young. Actually, scratch off tickets. A lot of times, my family would always give me scratch off tickets to scratch for them because they're like, "Oh, he's really lucky." Oh, nice. Well, we definitely have a lot of shit to give away this year, so oh, I didn't see that. Thank you so much.
You know, I got tiger blood, man.
Other than filthy in places, why do you dislike Midtown? Uh, so it's a great place to visit, not a great place to be forever. But it's also going downhill, and you have to really keep your head on a swivel. Uh, in Midtown, like all tourist places, you they don't publish what actually happens there, but people getting slashed with box cutters, getting randomly jumped, thrown onto trains happens all in that area on a daily. You just don't know about it. So if you are somebody that is not good at situational awareness and occasionally looking back, checking things around, basically keeping your head on a swivel, you just waiting, not waiting, but you're basically gonna be easy prey to being a victim there. So, and it's not overreacting. It's just hardcore truth when, especially when you know people that know what's going on there, because I've worked my fair share down there, but I know plenty of people that work down there that couldn't wait to get out of there. So, water park get away for not going to the golf for actually working. Sorry, Marcel. I guess the blew your eardrums out. So, all right, so we're at the bottom now. So, how does the voice sound? Is the vocal sound okay? If you need me to talk for a while, like I was saying, "Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Marcel! Happy birthday to you!" So that's my vocal, seeing what that sounds like. We'll do a transition in a couple seconds, but as long as the vocal is good, because again, on the there, I'm reading, it's actually, I mean, I probably could go higher, but I'm actually like reading like a -12 on the meters. It's a little muffled. I don't know if it's muffled because that's just my voice or if it's low. The song was worth it. So, all right. So if the voice is okay, here's another sound effect. I won't do the Mr. Scream thing, but I'll do.
Tummy likey. Tummy want wingy.
Sorry for everybody that's just popping in and we're checking out voices and sounds. So, how was the sound effect? Hey, Wayne, good to see you. That was good. And now we're going into a transition. So just be careful. Excellent. So it was all the software routing issues and all that bullshit. So yeah, I mean, I try to leave the mic. It's actually a little bit off. I try to leave it in the same position. Sorry for that click too. That was unintentional. I try to leave it in the same position that I do in other videos because um, don't have to constantly fiddle with stuff. So yeah, cool, awesome. So that was all worked out. So we're gonna finish the poll that's in here. So let's see, end the poll. So 27% of use ad blockers. So, and if you go check out the video, leave a comment too. Anyway, try to get it boosted. But just drop the video if anybody doesn't know what that's about. We can discuss it right here. Is earlier today I saw a vidIQ video talking about this new movement or new not movement but new protocol that they're doing is that they are fighting ad blockers by they're going to catch up to all of them eventually, but they are not allowing people that run ad blockers to comment on video. So it shows what you would see is like if you go to my auto troll video, I have comments turned off on that because I intend that for anybody to use it. If you wanted to post it to a troll that trolls you, you could share it. I haven't really been using it because I've been just kind of like joking around with them lately that troll me. So that one says comments are turned off for this video. That's if you have an ad blocker, it does that. So it would be at least nice of them to institute this and let us creators know so that I can give a heads up because I know quite a few. There's 25% almost of you here right now have ad blockers running. It hasn't affected you yet. It might, but I did talk in that video too that someone said that did happen to them. What they did was turn their ad blocker off, refresh, and then they were allowed to comment. So, um, but interestingly, if you go to a vidIQ video, he goes down more of a rabbit hole of what's next. Are you not going to be able to see descriptions? Are you not going to be able to see likes? Are you not going to be able to see subscriber count? Are you not going to be able to see your creators? Like it's just a huge rabbit hole of going down. And I see both sides of it. I think that if they're going to do something like that, you should at least notify people, because who knows how long it's actually been running. Uh, but I have noticed sometimes that some people that normally comment haven't commented in a while. And he also brought up a interesting point too. Is like it's almost like kind of them shooting themselves in their foot because if people aren't watching or they're feeling like that YouTube is slipping, they're gonna go somewhere else. They're not gonna watch it, and then you're just kind of like killing off your own. But and in the comments, I've discussed about like some people have a lot of hate for YouTube, and I've said this before is that this, except for this money that I invest right here, is all free. Uh, this video will be, I think, probably about like uh 4 gigabytes worth of space that would be up on YouTube. I mean, they could press it and all stuff like that, but they don't charge me for uploading a video, promoting it, doing all the stuff like that, storage, keeping it forever, doing the whole money thing. I don't have to have like a Square or some sort of type of accounting thing or anything like that. Like they handle all that, so they need to make money somehow. Like they can't just, you know, not profit somehow. And the only way they profit is from ads. I don't do any ads during any live streams. I don't even turn them on after because if you really want to sit through 2 hours of me talking like a moron, um, after the fact, then I feel like you should not be interrupted with ads whatsoever. They do have something now where I could run ads and the ad would slide over and you wouldn't be able to hear me for like however long it took you to get out of it. But if you like the ad, or if I wasn't doing anything extremely important, like unboxing a guitar, you could watch the ad and things like that. But it's still, I noticed on the phone that if you're watching, sometimes in the chat thing, an ad will actually pop up. So they're really getting kind of overzealous with the ads. And that's the one thing I did say is that if YouTube is so good at Roy doing the memberships again, thank you so much. If YouTube was so good at showing me what I want to watch, quote unquote, and the algorithm and all that bullshit, and like you don't need to really subscribe to channels and all that good stuff, um, then they should also be good at showing me ads that I want to see because there are actually an ad that I'll watch, but I don't really care about Dr. Drew's gut busting uh, remedy or um, you know, some sort of accounting firm or anything like that whatsoever. So yeah, so um, yeah, that was my little tirade on that thing. But I would say go check it out, share it, try to get the word out. I mean, so that other people do know that you're not being blocked, you're not being shadow banned from a channel. I only have 2 people blocked from um, the channel currently, so for just right reasons. I mean, they're probably still trying to figure out who to give memberships to. So, oh, 12 months. That is awesome.
Thank you for your patronage.
You are 1 year old. Hey, Avery, good to see you, man. Members are Casey Lee, live guitar practice. I haven't checked out her in a while. She goes live quite a bit and practice guitar. She's a pretty cool cat. Joey Scar, one of the most winningest ad submitters of 60 cycle hum ever. Susan Nolan. Stream Monk Kind. Chandler D. Hill. Gasman Wu. Uh-oh. Steve Cassidy. He's going to get the notification. You woke him while he's sleeping. Simon W.J. And Brandy, Ubi's better half. Thank you so much, Roy. I need to learn blocking. Trem blocking, maybe. I detest ads. I find most of them are an insult to my intelligence, but even offensive. As such, I need to watch TV nor listen to the radio. I mean, that's the thing too. Is like you have, you pay for cable TV and you have ads, and unfortunately, even some of those too, they don't really even. Oh, thank you so much.
Holy Santa Claus shit.
Whatever's going on now, though, I don't hear the rings, the ring-a-ding-dings. So I do apologize if I missed any super chats or anything like that. So cool. And then the other poll we have going up. So I'm still only going to keep it to one a week, because we had the who cares thing, but that's not the one I wanted to share. Where'd it go? Oh, your channel. Posts. There we go. So the other one was just finding out a little bit more about you. This is like a pretty popular poll too. We have 140 votes on this bad boy over here. It says, when did you first pick up the guitar? Did you take to it? Did you leave it? Come back years later and appreciate it? So 4% got start before even a baby rattle. Pretty awesome. And then early on, 15%. Most of us in the teen years, and then some of us back again in the later life. Jump in the comments over here. Fretless started at 14, but I took a back seat. There's quite a few people, that started early and then kind of put on the back burner. It's kind of like my whole thing. GRB first picked up at 18. Only the first loud one in the house. Bought a Hondo Strat. My Hondo Strat was my first one. EA Jants picked up at 16. Played in bands in mid-20s. After that, shifted to hobby. Now in his 50s, started playing more just to have fun. Rob F. had a year of lessons in the 9th grade. Given his dad's vintage classic parlor guitar, despite wanting a proper string acoustic, and didn't pick it up again until 43 years later. What's a good thing you did? Cheeto got his first real 6-string. He got it from a 5 and dime. And it must have been bad because he played it until his fingers, they started to bleed. So it must have been set up poorly. Yeah, it was about 11 and kept up with it until his 20s. And again, life happened. It's the same thing. We're all in the same boat. Rob started bass at 15, guitar at 16. Let's see. Ron Patterson started when I was 15, an old crappy Harmony acoustic. Serious about learning, surprised me on Christmas and got a Les Paul copy. Nice. Casey Lee, 5 years old. Dang. I think he might have been the youngest. TR is at age 16, 50 years later, is still playing. Chuck's guitar, another one, 18, starting, then years going by. He started to pick it back up again and got all the ailments. It is difficult, especially if you want to play a Les Paul with all those back-breaking injuries and all that stuff. Tom started at 13. He said too long to really answer, but Brian Phelps played piano, drums early on, picked up a guitar in 2019. It was a really good time to probably pick it up too. We talked about how it was in the COVID era. Jeremy started piano at 5, started guitar at 20. Then John Robson guitar at age 11. That's why he is so accomplished and a great, great teacher. He's got a couple of books if you haven't checked out his channel. I think he's full right now for lessons, but he was offering like a whatever the equivalent of US dollars, I think was £600 for a year's worth of lessons and all of his books. And his books alone, I think, are £180. So that really turned out to be like 400 for a year's worth of lessons via Zoom or Skype, which I think it was wouldn't be every week, but I think it was like every 2 weeks, I think. Keith started in the mid 60s after hearing Kareem. Sure, that youngster. 2 Yard started 15 minutes ago. And Timmy was 8. Almost had it. Casey got him by 3 years. And then Laz, piano came first. Accordion, the drums. He's definitely a player of all instruments. If you haven't checked out Laz's channel, he just hit 1,000 subscribers. Actually, he's already passed that. I think he's into 1,100, 1,200 territory. This is starting to really blow up. Good Sunday chats, I think Thursday sometimes. I think he does like another one occasionally too. So, but another fine poll done and gone. Right. Let's see if I can scroll back up. It's one thing I don't like about EV Mux is that it doesn't leave you off where you started from. So I think I was here. Yep, there he is, the winner. Picked up 5 years. 1991 and picked up guitar and kept going. Very nice. I really wish I stuck with it, but life, work. Take care, every good to see you, man. Ryan double like a 12 string, but not on a low. Nice. 10 string, I guess. Must have missed that. Sorry. I was but a lad when I started playing these spectacular 6-string devices. They just changed something, I guess, for whatever reason. You have to verify that you are of age. I had to do that too with Ben's post the other day. It wouldn't let me into Patreon, even though I have my own Patreon thing itself. I had to verify It's it, but it's not like porn or anything or hacking or anything like that. I don't know. I'm not sure what they. I think YouTube did something too. They're all must be some sort of requirement by somebody. Not sure of the exact age, but I had hair so quite a while ago, fifth or sixth grade. So nice. I have never heard of that, so I'm gonna have to make sure I come back 45 minutes into the stream from the end because we're gonna end at 9 o'clock tonight. It's gonna be the goal, and check find out what that is. Yeah, the Marvel song is pretty catchy. Started at 10, but wasn't good. Till I feel like sometimes it could be a blessing and a curse. It could be to start too young. You could not really have the fortitude to stick with it, and kind of fall off. And then your first gig band was 18. Nice, very cool, very cool. Again, sorry, doing all this. I still don't have a slide for this section yet, but transition coming up just in case. Because I don't have any picks to show you this week. But if you do have anything that you want to send in, please send it via email so that I know that you're intending for it to be uploaded and shown to everybody. Searching for tone at gmail.com. Anything you want. It could be animals, guitars, kids, as long as it's appropriate stuff. I have to say that. But that is our segment for our questions and answers from our Patreon. You can go on over, put it up here real quick. You can sign up for free on our Patreon, scan that, and there's a section I post every either Monday or Tuesday. I try to do it Tuesday, so it's kind of like another reminder of something going on. But I think being that we're not really going to do the who cares thing, unless stuff really starts to pop off in the guitar world where it could sustain itself. I wasn't getting too many ideas suggested, and uh, yeah. So, but we'll look for that post in the Patreon, and you can ask a question like this: what is a good cheap Strat in your opinion? From John Dotson. So, I was this actually seeing this made me think um, of that there almost is a difference between, I think, cheap, and I know this has probably been discussed many times elsewhere, and people have probably different opinion, but cheap, then budget, then um, intermediate guitar. I think price range wise, and then you're going up after that to whatever, however many tiers you want to make. But because cheap and budget to me are slightly different, but both cheap and budget are also things that could be introductory guitars. Because to me, a budget guitar is a little bit more expensive, where a cheap guitar is just a cheap guitar. So trying to answer that with the way it was both intended. Uh, so cheap guitar. I'm gonna try to put a price range under it. I'm sorry, was it cheap? It was a cheap Strat too, right? Not Start. Yeah, I just want to make sure. So cheap Strat. Um, hmm, cheap Strat. Um, I think the Stritch was okay. I see good things about the um Licado. Um, uh, Acklot is probably a cheap one that's out there. I think I haven't seen the price range of them. I should have jumped on that and bought one before everybody else started doing them, because not gonna sound like I'm an innovator or anything like that, but I saw them before some of the big YouTubers did reviews on them, so my video probably would have went flat anyway. But um, it might have also broke the news. But yeah, I saw Acklot a while ago. So, but budget wise, to me, budget is different because it's like something that's good, but may cost you a little bit more. Um, and everybody's budget could be completely different, but Jet and Squire classic vibes all day long, 100%. Uh, especially if you like classic, the you know true to spec type stuff. Uh, those could not speak highly enough of, and I know I've seen some people in Jet forums say that they've had some minor issues and stuff like that, or not shit Facebook groups and stuff like that. But all the people that I know that I respect their opinions that have had a Jet love them. Squire classic vibe all day long is, if I feel like if you can get past the Fender name, like I don't give a crap anymore. Like I used to not like when I was a younger man, when I wore younger man's clothes. Um, I shied away from Squire because it didn't say Fender. I shied away from Made in Mexico because it wasn't good. But I actually would still might possibly hold true to that because uh, although my Fender Player 2 wasn't bad, but the USA ones are really that much better. But um, I think if you had a good Squire Classic vibe, you actually probably would have less strats because you probably would just be like, I'm just always going to this classic vibe. So hopefully that kind of somewhat answered your question. If not, you can just ask it next week and then we'll um, answer it again. Brother Ed, how do you like working with others on projects and thinking on doing it more or interested in doing more? Well, I always got works well with others as a one of those remarks on your school grades. I don't know if they give that to all the dumb kids to make them feel better about getting a C, but yeah. So I like working, doing like a collab type thing. The issue, and not really so much an issue, like I could have to- totally brought my own stuff, done my own filming and everything like that. But if you're gonna work with somebody, and like for instance, the one I did with Scott, used all of his stuff, all of his recording, his videos, his camera angles, everything like that. So his file containers and all that stuff like that. Um, was able to put it on a thumb drive. Uh, so it worked out well that I was able to take his stuff, but that may not always be the case. Um, and I don't have really a sophisticated type thing. Like I could take my Apollo and my phone and set it up. Is it going to be as good as capturing it in there? So there's a lot of logistic issues with working with somebody. Also, working with the same people that are in the same type of niche is another thing. Like, um, if you get too far out of the guitar world, and actually even what I do, like if I were to just collaborate with somebody that always works on guitars and does just strip downs and stuff like that, the audience may not be interested in my type of stuff. So that collab, and not that I would do collabs just to get subscribers and viewers, like uh you know uh that's partially what you're looking to get out of it. But the if you go outside of your world and you get subscribers from another world and they don't watch your stuff, then it just tanks your metrics. Like, it screws up so much stuff because, like, I'll just use this example. Let's say, um, I can actually use Tom as an example. Like Tom does stuff. I hope I'm representing it right, but Tom does something like with current events and Disney and I think stuff like that. I haven't really watched the too many the live streams. I've popped in like once or twice, um, but if I were to go on there and start doing stuff with them, people might see me, subscribe to me, but then they have absolutely zero interest in guitar. But now YouTube is seeing that as my audience. My audience also isn't watching, but they're also, it's saying, well, hey, these people like Disney, they like this, they like that, and they try pushing my stuff to something that's totally not guitar. So um it's really tough to manage your own stuff and then go collab with somebody else. So I would say not opposed to it, but uh, it does it does get difficult. How many patch cords and XLR cable is considered normal to have? Depends on your situation. Like I have 4 inputs into the Apollo. I have a 8 mic preamp from Behringer. So in theory, that's 12. Uh, there's XLRs to all the multi effects things. The uh, studio monitors have XLRs. So I don't think you really could put a number on it as far as XLR cables. Depends on really what you're doing. I mean, I have, so just for back there, eventually there's going to be 4 going into a box that goes to Cat 5. The Cat 5 goes around back over to here into another box, 4 going out. So that's 8 just for that to get into here. Then I have an optical into the audio interface. But yeah, and as far as patch cables, if you're talking about for um, pedals and things like that, that's infinite, because if you're making good ones, then you're going to have ones that are true to size, and then when you change things around, that one may not work well, so you're not going to throw it out, but you're going to put it to the side. So sorry, I'm hitting the camera mount thing. Um, yeah, so I would say for somewhere something like this type of operation, we would say 20 XLR cables, and I don't know how many I have, easily 30 patch cables that are like were budget, and some Planet Waves are maybe a little bit more expensive. But eventually, when I build my board, I have runway audio that I could size and solder myself or attempt to. Then we have, do many people swap out the lopsided or wrap around tailpiece on their Gibson Les Paul Juniors? I don't know if anybody could answer that in the comments. There's actually there is some sort of one-piece bridge now that has adjustable saddles. I've seen it somewhere. I forget where I seen it. So you can even have adjustable saddles for intonation too. But I have never owned one. And then hopefully I got all the comments. I feel like there might be one missing, but the last one is from Chris Nelson. It says there are so many mini multi effects pedals, Sonic Cake, GP5, GP50, Pipe Tone. Soren has another one. Feels like it's just a glut of more of the same. Any thoughts on it? So it's kind of funny you mentioned Soren, because now I'm seeing it pop up and I'm hearing it's really good. But I actually told them, I says, listen, I already just did a video on one of these things. I have a Pocket Master. Not that the Pocket Master video would ever go anywhere, so I didn't even bother doing it. I said, you have the same thing. Like so I said, if you have something else, I wouldn't mind demoing it. But then they kind of fluffed it a little bit. And then I said, all right, you know what? Like, if you're going to come back and try to, I'm like, so then I set a price, because I'm like, you know what, I've already done one, like it's not a big deal. And they probably were like, oh no, we're looking for somebody to do it for free. Not that I'm looking to shill anything or milk any money out of anybody, but I was like, see what we could do. But from what I hear, and just talking quickly in the comment section with a budget pedal chap, the Soren seems strikingly familiar software wise, setup wise, as the Stritch, and Stritch isn't available over there. So it could be one of those classic, like, people that actually adhere to, like, this is my territory, stay out of it type of thing. Or it could be the same company, just under a different name. So the Pipe Tone seems like it's the same thing, but with just a better name, because they call it the Tiny Amp. Roughly, they're all the same. And I would have liked to get to a video someday with all of them side by side and dialing them in. I think it just, for some reason, just comes set up out of the box where the sound sample sounds great. And some of them, they need to be tweaked. And for whatever reason, like, it may be like, not like, they may all sound different at noon and they may all sound different at 3 o'clock, with, turning of, the internal parameters. But a lot of the stuff is really, really great, especially for novice ears. Some stuff is actually really good for, some pro players that are looking for something easy and simple to plug into. But yeah, I think most of it is all kind of just the same. All right, let's see. Go back up in the chat. Got some more people answering in. Started playing at 13 or 14, like everyone else have been on and off. Yep. Got a lot more into it the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I start getting into it and then I redesign everything and don't play for a week. recruited into one of the best areas country bands. Playing stereo. Wow, nice. You can't say it is from Fender. You piss too many people off if you say that about Squire. But I think even that's starting to go away too, because I think people are actually realizing that they should embrace it instead of fight it. Yeah, I kind of thought they were a little pricey too. And I know I mentioned this a while ago too, but on a podcast they were talking about price comparison that they definitely have not kept up with the rate of inflation. Um, and actually neither has Gibson, so they would both be more expensive if they kept up with the rate of inflation. But I also do feel like that. Uh, um, I feel like, and this might be a little controversial because everybody keeps on saying like the QC is so bad, QC is so bad. I don't know where half the people get it from, except for just parroting what somebody else says. But I have not had a bad Fender out of the range. I mean, the Squire debut that Ubi has right now was probably the worst one with that fret sprout, and that came all the way from Germany. Been several different places traveling wise through different gear reviewers' hands, and uh, also was now. I mean, that was a lot. It was a lot more expensive because the way I ordered it, but now it's like $149, I think. So what? Yeah, I mean that definitely is true. Cheap is definitely more definable, and I think even I don't know. I go back and forth with the moniker of cheap. Like cheap is you should be happy with what you get if it's good, and you shouldn't expect something from a cheap guitar. A budget guitar is, I think, is that area where you should be expecting a little bit more. I mean, and I don't think again to as far as the to someone who buys 2 3 guitars, that's not considered budget. Like budget, I think is budget friendly guitars, and yeah, and everybody again still has a budget, but I think that at least has a defining a defining term. And it I've explained it before where it's a slight sliding scale of um, a budget guitar could cost a little bit more because of the name and the quality, and you might get just a little bit more out of one brand compared to another brand. But authorized jet resale, yeah, I guess didn't have to go with the jet, but are they cheap? I don't like spending my money. I don't honestly. If it wasn't for the channel, I wouldn't have half this shit. I actually would have different stuff. Um, I definitely don't like spending my money on guitar related gear stuff. A lot of times I buy stuff too to make it easier on me for filming and editing and switching and things like that. But yeah, I I probably wouldn't own. Um, let's see, what guitars would I not own if it wasn't for a channel? Um, Well, I'm definitely gonna go down a bass eventually when I do finally get that demo out. Um, I would have gotten rid of the T's if I didn't mock all that up. That's the one that I have that has the purple, and I put the humbuckers in, which I still might rip those out and put them in something else, and then just give away that body. So I probably wouldn't have that. I honestly, I've been hemming and hawing with as much as I like them, just to downsize, is to move along the Paisley Firefly um, telly, because I do have a jet telly which I have not even demoed yet. Um, so that would make room. Um, but I feel like a lot of people spend money on what they can afford, but also I feel like a lot of people would spend less if they went slightly higher. Um, like I don't have these amps here for any more reason than that they were $99, normally 299. Thought they would be good for gear reviews, and I think two of them I think have 3,000 views or something like that. But um, and also if I could manage to sell stuff, I wouldn't have it. But um, I don't think a lot of the stuff I have for almost comparison reasons, but um, a guitar. Who's Trey Shreddings? Sounds like some sort of a chef. Great budget guitars are R9s. My favorite guitar is the one I have in my hands. I think nowadays really nobody has too many excuses. The guitars are set up a lot better than they used to be. So you know what? I don't even. I never. I mean, obviously, I didn't live in that era, um, so I don't know what it was like. But I and he just doesn't care because he's not around anymore. Um, what I think, but I don't like it when someone does something like that, even if it's for show. So like Jimmy lighting uh, guitars on fire, breaking them, um, not breaking them. I don't think he even broke guitars. I think he just lit them on fire. That was just for show. I think he probably only did it once too, right? If I'm not mistaken, I don't think it was like a common occurrence. But like the Who constantly breaking, the guitars and stuff like that, and Kurt Cobain, stuff like that. It's almost like shitting on people that can't afford the stuff. Um, and now, like if you were to do that now, be like, hey, did you really have to charge me $300 for the ticket to the venue tonight, or could you have charged me 250 and not broke your guitar? But I sort of I don't like it. I think it's disrespectful to an instrument. Like you wouldn't do it in other venues. I must have missed that one. I think his question is a rhetorical and a joke. Oh, is that Tom? I don't know if anybody had rhetorical questions. Oh, Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I keep all my cables Woolworths, and I wish I started labeling. I actually started just going through all of those Woolworths and using the iPhone magnifier thing to read them, and but I do wish that I labeled exactly what it was when it came out of the box. Try to catch up here. Oh, later 2 yards. Good seeing you, man. Sorry, missed you going out, and I was 20 minutes ago. Let's see. Must be this is a problem with having doing I probably should do a question and then scroll on through and get the next one. Yeah, I think that what most of the stuff is. You look at the silver box that Lakato has, Donner has it, Leo James has it, MVave has it. It looks exactly like a Pocket Master with two buttons on the side. It has the same chain on that. Again, I still got to do the small little mini amp video just so that I could do that and then get rid of them because I have too many. And do giveaways with that too. Spreading the wealth with all the free stuff. Excuse me. Yes, they all have all that stuff. I still think that some of the stuff is better because they use different chipsets or something that make it sound better. Someone actually puts a little more attention into it, but my worst fret sprout was on a Glary Tele. Yeah, I mean, even sometimes too, it's just about the weather and sorry for messing up, missing some of the conversation. Hey, Ashley, good to see you, man. I mean, theatrically, it kind of looks cool, and I guess for people that are outsiders, maybe it's like they not even a consideration. But even if it was staged, I would still be like, "Get gone, really seriously." But like, all I see is someone smashing some, a good quality guitar and speakers. But hey, William, so good to see you, man. Hey, Tyler, no worries, man. Dwight, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Dwight's gonna be on Brothers Ed's channel Sunday, I believe. Cool. And caught up all into that. So awesome. So trying to think what else. Found something interesting actually today. And I can't really show you on this screen over here the transitions to the news, and I didn't upgrade the ticker or anything like that. So I just have to go back to the regular one. But kind of interesting because it can even work for something like I have my desktop anchor port thing over here. These cool little let's see, cables saw this on Get Offset. Emily, the one that made me buy the Jazzmaster, she did a video of these today. It's very interesting. So I don't know what the conversion rate over here for these, but you have USB A and you have USB C cables that convert to 9 volt, 12 volt, 18 volts, and then the USB C goes 15, 20. I don't think they have an 18 for the USB C. And I actually emailed them because I wasn't sure how exactly how it works, but the A's apparently have a something inside that help boost or limit the power flow that's requiring. You just got to make sure that I believe they're all center negative, and each one's different as far as, so your peak output on the 18 volt is 500 milliamps on the A, and then on your 9 is 1,000 milliamps, and then you got your C's, the 9 volt maximum. Let's see, does it have it in here? It goes up, so it says here with its high output current of up to 3 amps, 9 volt. And your 15, 3 amps. Looks like 3 amps standard for, I don't know why they don't have an 18 volt for the USB-C. But something like this, I think the Tonex is a 12 volt. So you could use this and use rechargeable banks instead of using like a pedal power and those weird cables. So I thought this was a pretty cool thing, and may look into them for to get some and mess around with, especially because it'd be nice to be able to power. I think the pipe tones though has power through. The Pocket Master I don't think has power through. I haven't messed around with it too much since getting the pipe tones. I think you have to be out through one and then power with the other. The wife is making some serious sourdough stuff downstairs. I can smell it. And just got to Roy's 10 gifting of the memberships again, man. Thank you so much. All these people, hopefully you don't have ad blockers. We got King of Chaos. Ike Stoddard. M.K. Linner. Or M. Kilner. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I see Chris is talking about Roy's. I hope to get back to that in a second too. So, Jake Apotherian. Peter Brokas. Una Iansa. Florida Claimer Stead. Jimmy Shire. The Vegetable Police. Those are one that my parents were going to call on me all the time. Francis Chambers. I think there's overseas. Might be waking them up with their notifications. But yeah, so back to the whole Rosewood thing. I actually, the only time I used to only like Rosewood was on Les Pauls. Other than that, if it was a Strat or a Telly, had to be maple. Had to be maple. And now I no longer think that way. So Roy converted me. I wouldn't say that I prefer rosewood on a Strat or a Telly. Depending on the color, it definitely makes certain ones look better. The Jazzmaster, I love it on the Jazzmaster. But normally I probably would still go maple just for those that the reason of traditional and liking the look. But yeah, the no longer a snob as far as that. Hey Casey, good to see you, man. Yes, thank you, brother. For I'm so bad at that. I should really start doing that too. They say also to ask for people to like, subscribe, and all that bullshit in the videos. They do. They do make a tally with a Floyd Rose. Who's doing it too? Jason Viator sent images last week. He did a build kit or build, and he did a one. Yeah, I love Emily's stuff. I wish I could catch more stuff on a premiere sometimes. Sometimes I'll just be like out and about or actually getting set to film stuff today. Actually, I missed 60 Cycle today because I had to film that rant about YouTube sucking and not letting people comment with ad blockers. So, ooh, that is not good. Sorry to hear about that. Hopefully for a speedy recovery. Wait until he experiences the man flu. I mean, you got to get it eventually, right? I don't think I've really had it all that bad yet. In front of the misses, I think most like if I have been sick, it's been pretty legitimate. So always a rosewood on anything, just goofy, but I think it plays better. Weird, right? Yeah, I mean, if it works for you, I really have to start paying attention more, but I don't think my ears are tuned enough to actually really even fathom whether. And also, I don't usually play a lot of clean either, so like if it's got high gain on it, is it chimier? I don't know, but nice, good stuff. I mean, it's going around. Sorry to hear that, man, but hopefully it's past. So yeah, trying to think. I think that was all we had covered tonight. Just in time to head on over to the Under the Bus network. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, the sound issues. If I missed anybody's super chats, I really do apologize. I think we blew out the SG out of the water, so definitely got to get filming and get some stuff done so that could hopefully give that away. Because I hate to give a guitar away and not even have the video up yet because I got to come up with some sort of thumbnail for the Jackson, and I completely forgot to take a picture of it. So, but but yeah, tomorrow the Ubi is going to be on Only Frets with Sean plays guitar and Jonathan from uh, Only Frets. I said that already. Um, and let's see what else is going on. Hey, tomorrow night is Avery, like usual. Yeah, and so that's pretty much it. You guys all are awesome. Appreciate everybody popping in tonight, and yeah,